Bellin for being involved in this, and the Republican Party in Bergen County. This democratic principle that we have here requires two people or two groups debating different sides of the issue based on their ideals, based on their principles. And it's good to sit in front of a group of people and just debate and discuss your responses or issues as you try to resolve them from your frame of mind and from your philosophies. And as we go forward with this process here, I just want to say that I'm glad that we're doing this chat tonight.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Gordon. As a business owner, I feel the impact of how difficult it is to run a business, as I mentioned in my opening. It's extremely difficult hiring people, interviewing, screening, taxes, regulations, forms to fill out. It's just, you need almost a full-time person to interface with the state. If the state would make it more attractive for businesses, we would attract businesses and have jobs create themselves instead of the state creating and donating money. Just make it easier for businesses to evolve in the state, and they will hire the people and create the wealth and make the state back to the beautiful garden state that it once was.
One topic that we didn't touch upon was the healthcare in New Jersey, and I thank you, Assemblywoman Huttle, for reminding me about it, because she and her running mate oppose opening Pascack Valley Hospital. Under Governor Corzine, 7 hospitals in New Jersey were closed down. Non-article in the newspaper really spelled out why these hospitals are closing down. In large part, this is caused by so-called charity care, which is basically you walk into emergency room and you get treatment. And journalists or investigative reports never say what the charity care is. I suspect that it has a lot to do with illegal aliens residing in our state.
Thank you. Now we have our closing statements, and I'm going to begin with Mr. Johnson.
Thank you. Thought I'd give my closing statement. Okay.
2 minutes.
Thank you for coming. I'd like to rebut the comments made by Woj. The charity care is not totally because of illegal aliens going to the hospital. It's the working poor and those who are out of work who have no insurance that are going to these hospitals. And it's not just those who are here who are undocumented. That's number one. As we go forward from today, and realizing that within Bergen County there are 300 empty beds daily in the hospitals that are open now in Bergen County. 300 beds that are open in wards that are being staffed by medical personnel. So the demand is not there, and the argument just doesn't hold water to me. But I understand that certain people would rather have a hospital close to their home, and I understand that. But fiscally, I just don't see it, and I cannot justify or support the idea of the people who go to the clinic in Inglewood Hospital, the poor people who go to the clinics in Inglewood Hospital for services, being turned away because the hospital has to close the clinic because fiscally we're not making enough money because another hospital opened. When I'm shown that that will not happen with the opening of a hospital, then I will support that hospital opening.
Mr. Bellin?
Well, thank you for having me here. It's certainly a pleasure to address the lovely audience and my wonderful adversaries. When this governor was elected, he promised to lower the property tax by 30 to 40% in increments, probably just to match his opponent. Meanwhile, we all know it went up about 15, 20%. We also noticed the tolls have practically doubled, and motor vehicle fees have practically doubled, depending on which class of vehicle you have. I can't see how we could continue along that pathway. If you vote for myself and Wojciech, I don't think we could do a worse job. We are the 50th in the nation in business climate. We are the highest in the nation in sales tax and property tax, and we have like crumbling roads and bridges. There's at least 20 bridges that are like ready to crumble and falling apart, and we can't keep up with it. Thank you very much for having us here.
Mr. Siemaszkiewicz?
Thank you very much for having us here. I thank Assembly Gordon Johnson for his warm words toward us. I thank Valerie Huttle for reminding us why we're here. Since her husband is running for the mayor of Inglewood, and so we'll have a household with an assemblywoman and a mayor, and everything will be beautiful in the state of New Jersey. The reality is that we are in fiscal crisis, in political crisis. We are in debt. And we're going to be there unless something will be done. And we are proposing changes and reform that we're going to institute in Trenton that will be real and will have real effects in our lives. Thank you.
And Mrs. Huttle?
Thank you again to the League of Women Voters who organized the debate. You really continue to serve as a backbone for the democratic process, not only here locally, but county-wide and nationally. So I'm proud to be part of the League of Women Voters. Thank you for those who came out to listen to the debate. It's easy to criticize when you're not down in the trenches. I don't really know what an insider is. I do know that I devote my life to public service, and it's very difficult as a mother and as a daughter of elderly parents now, as a business owner myself, running a small family business, and I'm very proud of my husband's public service to nonprofits and now to try to turn government into a new direction for Englewood. I'm proud of my family, and I think that this experience serves us very well in public office. We certainly don't do this for monetary gain. I think once I decided to become involved, I'm probably losing money. As far as people think, when you get involved in politics, you really, you get involved, well, I get involved with my heart and my soul. With that, if I can make a difference in one life, then it was worth it, and it is worth it, because I have made some differences, and I do know firsthand when I talk to my constituents what I've done for them. So I know what I've done, and they tell me what a great job we are trying to do. It's not easy, and again, it's easy to criticize. I will say, though, that I am proud to live in this Garden State. I am proud of New Jersey. I am proud that New Jersey ranks 5th in college attainment. I am proud that we have the best public school education when you compare it to the other 49 states. Yes, we have our issues. Property tax is definitely probably the biggest issue. And we are trying to tackle that under adverse conditions, under economic downturns. And I think we are doing a terrific job, not we in the legislature, but we as New Jerseyans and people stick together and help each other out in the community. And with that, I want to continue to be a voice and an advocate for those that don't have a voice in Trenton. So I hope that I am returning to the Assembly for my 3rd term, and I thank you for your attention, for listening. Thank you.
I want to thank the audience for their rapt attention, and I hope those people watching us out in TV land or on the computer or however enjoyed the presentation. I wish the candidates success. The polls are opened on November 3rd from 6 a.m. in the morning to 8 p.m. Thank you.